ever get yanked right out of a game's atmosphere by a soundtrack that just kind of stops?
Oh, totally.
Like you're going through, say, a spooky forest, tensions building,
Right.
and then bam, generic combat music the second an enemy shows up.
Yeah. You lose all that
It
immersion.
totally breaks the mood. So today we're diving into how developers are fixing that with adaptive audio.
Which is so cool, by the way.
Yeah.
The way the music evolves right alongside your gameplay. Genius.
We're going deep on this research paper, actually,
Oh, cool.
where these developers actually built a tool to make this whole adaptive audio thing easier.
Clearly, they think it's a big deal if they're putting in that much work, huh?
Exactly. And one of the key techniques they break down is vertical layering.
Okay, so imagine
Hit me with it.
you're playing a game, yeah. And there's this peaceful piano melody playing while you're exploring. But the second enemies show up, bam! Driving guitars and drums layer right on top.
Ooh, I like it.
Turns the calm into a total battle anthem, but it's seamless. No restarting or anything.
So smooth.
And the cool thing is, from a technical standpoint, it's almost like you've got this whole band ready to go, but the game itself is conducting.
Oh, interesting.
Each instrument or group of instruments is its own layer, you see,
Okay.
pre-designed to fit the mood and everything. Then the game just triggers those layers based on what's happening in the game, creating this dynamic experience.
So instead of just like flipping a light switch on and off, it's more like having a dimmer that you can fine tune.
That's a great way to put it, and it adds so much to the experience.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, think about a game like Nier, Automador.
Yeah.
Huge world, right?
Massive.
As you discover new areas, new layers get subtly added to the music.
Ooh, I love that.
It just gives you this awesome sense of discovery and progression, all thanks to how those layers are interacting.
You know, it makes me think of Portal 2 and how they use those really cool audio cues
Yeah.
to highlight the objects you can interact with.
Exactly.
It's not just about the atmosphere, it's practically a puzzle-solving tool at that point.
And that's what makes this technique so powerful. It's not just about making things sound cool, it's about enhancing the gameplay itself.
Totally.
Whether that's through those little audio cues, building tension, rewarding exploration.
It adds so much depth.
Exactly.
Okay, but get this right. Imagine you're Spider-Man
Love it.
swinging through New York City. The music's got that like heroic but also kind of chill vibe.
Yeah.
Then you see some bad guys like trying to carjack somebody.
Oh, no.
And the music instantly shifts into this intense combat theme as you swing in to fight them.
Nice. So good.
That is horizontal resequencing at work.
It's like magic, honestly. Think of it, I guess, like a DJ blending tracks.
Okay, I'm with you.
But instead of a person deciding when to switch it up, it's the game reacting to what you're doing.
Wow.
So everything just flows so smoothly, no more of those jarring loops.
It's all connected.
Precisely.
The paper actually mentioned a few games that do this really well, and as soon as I read it, I was like, oh yeah, totally.
Uh-huh. Yeah, which one?
Like Assassin's Creed 2, for
That's
one.
a perfect example.
You've got the stealthy vibes when you're sneaking around. Then you get into a fight, bam, intense combat music.
Of course.
Then you're running from guards, and it seamlessly transitions into this desperate chase theme.
You nailed it.
All horizontal resequencing.
Yep. And then there are games that take it even further, like Fury. Have you played that?
I haven't, no. Should I check it out?
Oh, it's a must for audiophiles. The music actually intensifies with each phase of a boss fight.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Mirroring how the fight's escalating, makes those victories feel even more epic.
That's amazing. It's so cool how much thought goes into all this.
Right. You'd think with all that going on behind the scenes, it would be super obvious, but it's not at all.
Totally. It just blends in so well you don't even realize how much work went into it.
That's the point, right?
Right.
It just feels like the game world is reacting to you, like it's alive.
Exactly. That's got to be the coolest part.
It really is.
Yeah.
And that brings us back to that tool we were talking about earlier.
Right. The one that's supposed to make adaptive audio easier for developers to actually, use.
Exactly. AAMU.
Yeah.
Adaptive Audio Manager for Unity.
AAMU.
Yep. Catchy, right?
I like it.
And what's really cool is that it's built to work right within Unity, which is already one of the most popular game engines out there.
Oh, so it's like easily accessible even for indie devs who might not have a ton of resources.
Exactly. It's a total game changer.
So for developers who, maybe they've heard about adaptive audio, they think it's really cool, but it seems kind of out of reach.
Like it's this big, scary thing.
Exactly. Too complicated, too time-consuming, all that.
AAMU seems like it could be a real game changer. Yeah.
Totally. Making it more accessible.
Exactly. And from what I've seen, they've put a lot of effort into making it user-friendly. You're not wrestling with code all day.
Oh, good, because not everyone's like a coding whiz.
Right. AAMU uses these really intuitive concepts, tracks, layers, songs, things anyone can wrap their head around.
So basically, they've taken this super technical thing and made it like user-friendly, easy to understand.
That's the idea, yeah. And the cool thing is, the paper talks about how they did all this user testing.
Oh, really? What did they find?
Even developers who'd never even touched adaptive audio before were able to pick up AAMU and start creating with it pretty quickly.
That's amazing.
Right? Like, that's huge for making this tech more widespread.
Totally. Because the more people using it, the more creative we can get with it, the more we can like push the boundaries of what's possible with audio in games.
And it's not just games either, right? Think about it.
Ooh, yeah.
If we can have this level of dynamic audio in games, what about other experiences? Museums, theme parks, you name it.
Ooh, that'd be so cool. Interactive museum exhibits where the music changes as you move from room to room.
Exactly.
Or like a theme park ride where the music is perfectly synced up with every twist and turn.
Oh, man. I would love that.
Imagine the possibilities.
It's like we're right on the edge of a whole new era of audio storytelling, where you're not just listening, you're totally immersed.
It makes you wonder, if games can make you feel things in a whole new way just through sound, what else can we do with that? Is this just the beginning?
That's a good question, right? Like,
Yeah.
what if we could use adaptive audio to enhance how we learn or help people focus better?
Or even just like impact our emotions in really powerful ways.
Exactly. The possibilities are endless.
It's definitely something to think about. And on that note, we'll let you do just that. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of adaptive audio. It's been a wild ride.
Until next time.